Once upon a time, there lived a kind and gentle girl named Cinderella. She lived in a big house with her cruel stepmother and two selfish stepsisters. They made Cinderella do all the chores. Cinderella, scrub the floors. Her stepmother would command, Cinderella, mend my dress. One stepsister would whine all day long. Cinderella worked hard while her stepfamily did nothing at all. One sunny morning, a letter arrived from the palace. It was an invitation to a grand ball for the prince. The stepsisters were so excited. "I'll wear my sparkly pink gown," said one. "I'll wear my feathery blue one," said the other. Cinderella's heart filled with hope. "May I please go to the ball?" she asked. Her stepmother laughed. "You, in those rags? Of course not." After her stepfamily left for the ball, Cinderella sat by the warm fireplace, feeling very sad. A single tear rolled down her cheek. Suddenly, a shimmering light filled the room, and a woman with a kind smile and a sparkling wand appeared. "Don't be sad, Cinderella," she said gently. "I am your fairy godmother, and you are going to the ball." The fairy godmother led Cinderella to the garden. With a swish of her wand, she turned a big orange pumpkin into a beautiful, gleaming carriage. "Now for some horses," she twinkled. She found 4 little mice hiding under a leaf and, with another flick of her wand, turned them into 4 magnificent white horses to pull the carriage. "We can't have you going in that old dress," said the fairy godmother. She tapped Cinderella's shoulder with her wand, and her dusty rags swirled into a breathtakingly beautiful ball gown. On her feet appeared a pair of tiny, sparkling glass slippers. "It's all magic," her godmother warned, "but it will end at midnight. You must be home by then." When Cinderella walked into the ballroom, a hush fell over the crowd. Everyone wondered who the beautiful princess was. The prince saw her from across the room and couldn't take his eyes off her. He walked straight to Cinderella and bowed. "May I have this dance?" he asked. The prince and Cinderella danced all evening. They felt like they were floating on a cloud. They laughed and talked and didn't notice the time flying by. It was the most wonderful night of Cinderella's life. Suddenly, the great clock in the tower began to chime. "Bon, bon, bon!" "Oh no, it's midnight!" Cinderella gasped. She quickly said goodbye to the prince and hurried away. She ran down the palace steps so fast that one of her glass slippers slipped off her foot and was left behind. The prince found a glass slipper on the stairs. "I must find the princess who this belongs to," he declared. The next day, the prince and his royal helper traveled all over the kingdom, asking every young woman to try on the slipper. But the tiny slipper didn't fit anyone. Finally, they came to Cinderella's house. The stepsisters tried to force their big feet into the slipper, but it was impossible. Then, Cinderella quietly asked, "May I try?" The slipper slid onto her foot perfectly. The prince knew he had found his true love. They were married and lived happily ever after. Thank you for listening to Jenna Tells Stories. To make sure you never miss a story from me, subscribe and join me for the next one.